Sexy Red said she the modern day Boosie, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
What you think?
I mean, I feel like she gave me my flowers. Like I say, like I feel like she really gave me my flowers because Sexy Red from the loop.
Mm-hmm. March 22nd, we at the Boosie Bash. I need all the out because Big Sexy and I'm coming to see all the babies. I love the bring the I know Boosie can bring through.
Something strange started brewing the minute rumors surfaced about a leaked tape involving Boosie and Sexy Red. Whispers flew online, people shared cryptic screenshots, and soon it felt like everyone was dissecting each rumor to see if there was something more than tabloid chatter. At first, Boosie brushed it off with his usual nonchalance. He's known for stirring controversy and then ignoring the backlash. But this time, it seemed different. Boosie has always been unapologetically loud. He's the type to call out anyone on social media, stoke feuds, and carry on like he can't be bothered by public opinion. But as soon as talk started circulating about him and Sexy Red sharing more than just a casual connection, fans noticed a shift in his usual bravado. Some say they saw him desperately trying to do damage control behind the scenes. Others claim he hired people to keep certain footage. Off the internet, Sexy Red, on the other hand, never shied away from controversy. She built her brand on shock value, from her revealing fashion choices to her lyrics that leave absolutely nothing to the imagination. If there's a boundary, she's usually the first to cross it. For a while, that made her the internet's favorite topic. But then the chatter took a turn. People started pointing fingers at her, claiming she was passing things to her partners and not telling them the whole story. Allegations of ST transmission floated around more than once, along with messy phone call leaks where her ex pressed her, demanding to know if she'd let new partners in on her situation.
Why you lying? Do all your niggas know what's going on with you? Do you tell them you burning, or do you lie to them like you did me? Or is you lying to the you did me? Or is you lying? Or did you lie to me? Did you lie? Did you tell them the truth?
She denied it, obviously, but the internet can be unforgiving once a story like that gains momentum. The moment Boosie and Sexy Red were caught on camera exchanging glances at a party, fans latched onto it like proof of a secret hook. She arrived in an outfit that showed just about everything, and Boosie acted as if he'd stumbled on gold.
Boosie bad, Sexy Red bad ass. Don't play no game.
Don't play with
it's
us.
A party, and we turn it all the way.
It's a gangster party, bitch.
It's a gangster party. Get your shit together. Titties out, nipples out.
From that night forward, theories ignited. Were they together? Had they been creeping for a while? Or was it just a moment of mutual flirtation? People replayed the video, pointing out his wide grin whenever he looked her way. For his hardcore followers, though, Boosie's behavior wasn't surprising. He's always had an eye for the spotlight. Still, a look like that was unusual enough to raise eyebrows. Things escalated when that same party footage somehow tied into a string of new rumors. Suddenly, it wasn't just about a suggestive glance or a rumored fling. It was about Boosie possibly leaving with something he didn't bargain for. Online chatter suggested he might have ended up paying the price for underestimating Sexy Red's checkered reputation. The story grew wilder each day until fans were openly joking that Boosie needed a trip to the clinic. Memes popped up on Instagram and X, painting him as the unsuspecting victim in a story he might have tried to deny. Around that time, a mysterious tape supposedly surfaced, and that's where Boosie's mood seemed to shift. In the past, he would have laughed off wild rumors, but multiple sources claimed he was genuinely worried about this particular footage. If it existed, it could make it impossible for him to keep insisting nothing happened with Sexy Red. Some speculated he was trying to silence the leak, though nobody came forward with concrete evidence. Still, the rumor alone was enough to make fans doubt his denials. This wasn't Sexy Red's first round of drama either. She faced a huge scandal when she released lip glosses with cringe-inducing names referencing infections and bodily discharges.
I got a lip gloss brand, and the names for my lip gloss is something that nobody would have ever thought of. I got one called Nut, and it's the color of some nut. I got one called Gonorrhea. It's green like gonorrhea. I got one called Yellow Discharge, like how girls be having yellow discharge. Hole pink, booty hole brown, coochie juice. And coochie juice is clear with silver glitter. It's cute, like the cute, and it smells good.
Why gonorrhea?
Because my friend, she had gonorrhea, and she called me and told me about it, and then I'm like, I was in the midst of making some lip gloss. She told me what color it was green, so I'm like, you got no green lip gloss, I'm gonna make you some green lip gloss.
Some fans found it edgy, others slammed it as tasteless. That backlash flared up again when ex-partners began claiming she'd passed to them. Sexy Red snapped back on social media, insisting it was all lies, but critics weren't convinced. Her own admissions on a podcast didn't help. She openly discussed catching chlamydia twice.
Like, ugh, what's going on? So
Did y'all
then
go
we
to the
both
doctor
went to the
together?
doctor. Yeah, went to the doctor together. And then we both was like, well, you two people. And he like, you two people too. I'm like.
For some listeners, that was a moment of raw honesty. Others saw it as proof she was moving recklessly and maybe putting new partners at risk. Boosie tried to distance himself from those rumors at first. He pointed out he was never seen in any photo or video that definitively proved they were more than friends. Yet people kept referencing a snapshot of Sexy Red in bed with a man wearing an ankle monitor. Boosie has worn one before, leading many to believe it was him. He clapped back saying, "That's not my ankle size or color," and claimed he'd been off vacationing with his daughter at the time. Critics stayed skeptical, especially when the angles and timing hinted it might still be him. If anything, his denial only fueled the speculation. Meanwhile, other names got sucked into the chaos. Gucci Third Leg, for instance, was another figure, rumored to have spread STDs like free samples.
You are an star?
Yes.
What happened between you and Gucci Third Leg?
I wouldn't test positive for HSV2 unless you had HSV2. If you gave me HSV1 genitally, I would test positive for HSV1, but just have it in my genitals. But I don't have HSV1, I have HSV.
People connected the dots, suggesting Sexy Red might have been involved with him as well. Then came a Chicago rapper named Von-Off1700 who claimed he couldn't wash off a certain smell after being with her.
Because there was an interview where you said that you wanted to f her, right?
Yeah.
And then
I
you
would, though.
linked up with her like a couple days later, or what?
Yeah.
That wasn't the vibe. I heard you were rubbing her feet.
Yeah, just because you rubbed her feet on me, you f***ed her though.
His story sounded intense and personal, but mainstream blogs seemed reluctant to cover it, whether that's because he lacked proof or the industry wanted to protect Sexy Red's rising profile is unclear. Still, it added another layer of suspicion to the narrative forming around her. Industry veterans also jumped in. Lord Jamar voiced a theory that Sexy Red was deliberately elevated by labels to spread negative influences, pushing toxicity, glamorizing questionable lifestyle choices, and normalizing explicit content.
Sexy Red looked like the type of girls like back in the days, like you walk in the room and you'd be like, smell like somebody was f***ing in here.
He even claimed she admitted on camera that her own hygiene was off. Nobody found that clip, but Jamar insisted it existed. Charleston White chimed in, accusing her of being a bad influence on younger celebrities who once had a bright future in sports.
I bet she got HPV. I bet she done had chlamydia, gonorrhea, trigonometry, cryopts, and whatever else that can contract.
She, don't listen. She can't do nothing play basketball. I ain't the reason why with this star setting. I be looking at the way she dressed. She don't want to play basketball. She want to hoe.
He criticized her lip gloss branding, saying it was part of a bigger downward spiral for cultural standards. While all this was going down, Sexy Red randomly name-dropped Chief Keef, telling people to ask him if her kitty smelled.
Chief, he wasn't your boyfriend. I mean, all is my boyfriend. That's period. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, I got a lot of boyfriends. I'm just saying, no, I don't. I'm just
No, don't say that.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That was your man now?
Yeah.
That only fanned the flames, sparking fresh speculation that she'd been linked to Keef too. Soon, a photo circulated of her wearing his chain, tucked into her underwear, with a caption implying they were an item. She tried to pass it off as a joke later, but the internet wasn't buying it. If she and Keef were just friends, folks wondered, why throw him into a conversation about personal hygiene? So, was Boosie part of this web the whole time? Or did he jump in without realizing how messy it could get? He's no stranger to scandals, but this might be his biggest predicament yet. His usual brazen attitude vanished once rumors of that leaked tape began. Insiders claimed he was desperately trying to keep it under wraps. Whether that's true or not, it's enough to keep fans hooked. People love a good train wreck, especially when it involves big personalities who typically hide nothing. For Boosie to hide anything at all suggests he's in deeper than he cares to admit. On Sexy Red's side, it almost seems like bad publicity is good publicity. Each rumor spawns more internet buzz, more shares, more comments. Her name trends for days at a time. Yes, she faces loads of backlash, but it also translates into more eyes on her music, more curiosity about her personal life, and more brand recognition, no matter how questionable. Some even accuse her of fueling these rumors intentionally to stay relevant. She denies that, of course, but given her knack for stirring controversy, it's not a stretch to assume she knows what she's doing. Fans remain sharply divided. Some believe Boosie and Sexy Red never had anything deeper than a passing interest. Others are convinced the tape, the meltdown, and the whispered clinic trip are all completely real. For better or worse, both Boosie and Sexy Red thrive on attention, which makes it harder to dismiss these rumors outright. If there was nothing going on, you'd think at least one of them would show proof or calmly refute the claims. Instead, we keep getting half denials, cryptic statements, or blunt social media outbursts that raise more questions than answers. Boosie's silence on the deeper details is especially telling. If a supposed leaked tape is making the rounds, you'd expect him to call it out as fake if it truly didn't exist. Instead, all we're getting are secondhand accounts that he's scrambling behind closed doors trying to contain the fallout. Did Boosie end up catching something, or is that an urban legend fueled by trolls? Is Sexy Red's ex telling the truth about her not disclosing issues, or is he just trying to tear her down out of spite? And what about the story that she gave? Boosie a forever stamp? Nobody has surfaced with hard evidence. It's all speculation, fueled by fleeting video clips, screenshots, and anonymous sources. Time will tell if these rumors fade or explode even further. Boosie might break his silence in a headline-making confession, or Sexy Red might address the situation with her signature defiance. For now, all we can do is watch. Boosie's image has taken hits before, but never quite like this. Sexy Red seems to revel in the chaos, turning every new wave of drama into a chance to broadcast her unfiltered brand. If it's all one big misunderstanding, they're both doing a poor job of setting the record straight. If it's real, then they're caught in a scandal that could haunt them for years. So what do you think? Are Boosie and Sexy Red just messing with everyone, soaking up free publicity? Or is there a raw, messy truth behind these whispers that neither wants to face?